Good afternoon, everyone. This is Keith Simmons, Superintendent of Schools here in Griffin, Spalding County. I want to share with you some important updates as it relates to the inclement weather that we've had recently here in our school system and our school community. I start by just bringing into context the importance of time, recognizing that the school system is premised around 180 days of instruction for our students, and any time that we are not able to operate within that vein, then we have to find ways to ensure that the things that have been planned, the things that were planned and are planned, can still come to fruition. With that being said, I think it's important to recognize that anytime we consider or contemplate making up school minutes or making up instructional time, there are a lot of variables that go into that. As you know, on the district's calendar, the school calendar, it specifically calls out the use of the month of February, particularly the dates of February 17th through the 21st, to be not only the district's winter break, but also those dates are to be used for inclement weather. The problem that we are experiencing is that many of our families, many of our employees have already made arrangements. And while that may or may not be the appropriate thing, what is appropriate is to remain focused on the task at hand. And the task at hand is to ensure that we can provide the highest levels of instruction at the highest quality for our students and staff. And so with that being said, the decision has been made not to make up any of the days that we've lost during last week's winter, whatever you want to call it. I'll say that again. As of now, provided that there are no more inclement weather days, we will not make up any of that time. But that does require some specific and strategic things or tasks for several of our stakeholder groups. First and foremost, the leaders of each of our schools. I think at this point in time, leaders specifically, it's going to be incumbent upon you to ensure that the main thing is the main thing. I acknowledge and recognize that we lost a total of 6 days in this school year, but I also believe that you have the wherewithal and the resources to ensure that the distractions and the things that get into the purview of our students and staff can be removed, and that you can lead them to ensuring that quality instruction at the Tier 1 level is persistent and pervasive in each of the classrooms in your school buildings. Secondly, I think I'm talking to those who teach students, those who work directly with students, and that's to ensure that there's a level of intentionality, not to waste or to lose another minute or second of the instructional day, ensuring that the standards that we're speaking about, ensuring that the lessons that we are delivering, the curriculum that we're using, that those things are being done with confluence to ensure that students are able to demonstrate their learning, and that they're able to demonstrate that learning persistently, particularly as it relates to end of unit or end of season assessments. Lastly, I'm talking to students and I'm talking to parents. I need to let you know that you should anticipate some additional work. It may be additional homework assignments. It may be additional practice assignments. It may even be additional work that's being sent home over the break that gives students the opportunity to continue to practice, to continue to be enriched, and continue to be remediated if that's their particular need. But I'm asking that you ensure that the appropriate amount of attention and the appropriate amount of attention and intentionality is given to the students and the assignments that they're being assigned for the duration of the school year. If we are not going to make up time that we've already lost, then we have to ensure that the time that we have, that we do the most with that time and we do the best that we can with that time. And so that's the decision. We will not be asking students or families or employees to return during the winter break to have make-up days for school. What I'm asking is that this day forward, we do the very best that we can with what we have to ensure that students are able to demonstrate their learning, and they're doing so at a Tier 1 level. That's my clarion call to you. I'm asking that we partner together, that we keep our students and the goals that we've established for them at the forefront, and we take the necessary steps to be successful at the end of the school year. So with all of that being said, the call to action is to ensure that teachers, leaders, learners, and families understand the expectations as it relates to not making up lost time due to inclement weather. Let's make sure that we are making the best of the time that we have for the duration of the school year. That implies that lessons are articulated, that they are developed and executed in a timely and intelligent fashion. That entails that students are attentive, that they're engaged in the classroom. That also entails that parents recognize that there may be opportunities for more enrichment and more practice, whether it be over the weekends or during the times that are leading up to this winter break in February. Whatever it takes, let's ensure that we do the things necessary to make sure that students are able to read, write, speak, and solve at high levels on Tier 1 instruction. I appreciate your time. You know the routine. Be kind, be well. Take care.